Have you ever noticed how a routine morning, the kind where you are eager to get out to the garden or head down to the local farmer's market, can suddenly be put on hold by a subtle, heavy stiffness in your ankles or legs? Or perhaps you have sat down to enjoy a cup of coffee with your grandchildren, only to feel a warm, throb-like swelling in your lower feet by the time you stand up. Many of us over 60 are quietly told by society, or even by well-meaning friends, that swelling, cold extremities, and sluggish circulation are just the natural price tag of living a long life. But that is simply a myth. What if the real key to restoring smooth circulation, calming painful swelling, and keeping your blood vessels as flexible as a freshly watered garden hose is not found in an expensive prescription bottle, but right in your kitchen? Today, we are opening the door to the extraordinary world of collagen-rich nutrition and vascular support, revealing how simple, wholesome foods can fundamentally restore your mobility, protect your independence, and help you live every day with confidence and comfort. To understand why our legs swell and why our feet feel tired or cold after a simple afternoon of errands, we first need to take a look inside the human body. Think of your circulatory system as a vast network of plumbing that spans thousands of miles. When you were 30 or 40, the pipes, your arteries and veins were robust, elastic, and smooth. They stretched easily when blood rushed through them and snapped right back into shape. But as the years accumulate, that natural elasticity naturally begins to diminish. The inner lining of your blood vessels, which relies heavily on a structural protein called collagen to stay strong and flexible, starts to thin out and lose its springiness. When veins in the lower legs lose their firmness, tiny valves designed to push blood back up toward your heart have a much harder time doing their job against gravity. Blood can pool in the lower extremities, and fluid seeps into the surrounding tissue. That is the exact moment you feel your shoes pressing tightly against your feet or notice deep sock marks left on your ankles. Collagen acts as the scaffolding of your entire circulatory matrix. It is the invisible mesh that keeps vein walls taut, resilient, and leak-proof. Without sufficient collagen production, your blood vessels become like an old, weathered rubber hose that has spent too many seasons out in the bright sun, stiff, prone to expanding under pressure, and unable to push fluid efficiently where it needs to go. But here is the good news that modern gerontology and vascular research clearly demonstrate: your body never loses its incredible ability to synthesize fresh collagen and repair its internal structural tissues. You do not need to spend hundreds of dollars on fancy synthetic supplements or high-tech treatments that Medicare will not cover. By giving your digestive system the precise dietary building blocks it needs, you can stimulate your internal collagen factory, rebuild vascular strength, and dramatically lower fluid retention from the inside out. Let us start with one of the most powerful, time-tested, and remarkably economical foods you can introduce into your routine: traditional, long-simmered bone broth. For generations, grandmothers across the country kept a stockpot gently bubbling on the back stove, and science now confirms exactly why this simple ritual was so profoundly healing. When animal bones, joints, and connective tissue are simmered slowly over many hours, they break down into a rich, bioavailable elixir packed with naturally occurring type 1 and type 3 collagen, as well as essential amino acids like glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. When you sip a warm mug of homemade chicken or beef broth, these amino acids are rapidly absorbed into your bloodstream. They immediately travel to areas of structural stress, including the microcapillaries in your legs and feet. Imagine your vein walls as a woven canvas sail on a sailboat. Over time, constant wind and pressure create tiny microscopic frays in the fabric. The glycine and proline found in rich bone broth act like delicate thread and needle, allowing your cells to patch those frays and restore firm tension to the sail. When your vein walls regain their firmness, fluid stops leaking into the surrounding tissue, which directly reduces that tight, heavy sensation in your lower legs. Drinking a cup of rich broth in the afternoon before you step out to work in the garden or walk around the neighborhood can provide your vascular system with an immediate boost of structural reinforcement. It is comforting, deeply satisfying, and costs only a fraction of what you would pay for processed market alternatives. As we look deeper into how collagen works within the body, we must address a very common misconception that leads many people to spend money unnecessarily. Simply eating collagen-rich foods is only half of the equation. Your body cannot actually assemble those amino acids into strong, resilient blood vessel walls without a very specific helper molecule, vitamin C. Think of collagen amino acids as raw bricks waiting at a construction site. Vitamin C is the skilled master mason who mixes the mortar and lays the bricks tightly into place. Without adequate vitamin C, those raw amino acids simply drift through your system without ever forming the tight, cross-linked structural fibers your blood vessels desperately need. This brings us to our second vital dietary pillar: bright, colorful citrus fruits, bell peppers, and fresh berries. A single crisp bell pepper sliced into your lunchtime salad or a fresh orange enjoyed alongside your morning oats provides a potent surge of active vitamin C that immediately triggers collagen synthesis. Furthermore, these vivid fruits and vegetables are packed with natural plant compounds called bioflavonoids, such as rutin and hesperidin. Gerontologists pay very close attention to bioflavonoids because they do something truly remarkable for aging circulation. They reduce the permeability of small blood vessel walls. If you find that your ankles swell after a long car ride to visit family, or if you notice small spider veins appearing on your calves, introducing rutin-rich foods like citrus peel zests, buckwheat, and fresh bell peppers acts like an internal seal, preventing extra water from leaking out into your skin. Now, while we are talking about building strong vessel walls, we must also address the smooth flow of the blood inside those vessels. You can have the strongest pipes in the world, but if the fluid moving through them is sluggish or if the vessel walls are inflamed, circulation will still feel slow, causing cold hands and tired legs. This leads us to our next critical group of foods: cold water fatty fish, such as wild-caught salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These oceanic treasures offer a unique double benefit for anyone over 60 looking to enhance their daily vitality. First, fish skin and connective tissues are packed with highly absorbable marine collagen peptides, which are structured in tiny microscopic chains that your gut can process with remarkable ease. Second, fatty fish are loaded with powerful omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids work in tandem with collagen to keep your blood vessels exceptionally smooth and supple. Think of omega-3 fats as a high-grade lubricant that keeps the inner lining of your arteries sleek and polished. They calm down systemic inflammation, which is often the hidden culprit behind chronic swelling and joint discomfort. When you enjoy a baked salmon fillet for dinner, the marine collagen provides structural support to your vessel walls, while the omega-3 fats help soothe internal swelling and allow blood cells to glide effortlessly through your body, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Many people report that after adding fatty fish to their weekly meal plan just 2 or 3 times, their feet feel warmer at night, and that restless, achy feeling in their legs begins to fade away. As we explore these nourishing options, you might be wondering about plant-based sources that support this vital cellular process. While plants do not contain direct animal collagen, nature has gifted us with extraordinary botanical ingredients that provide the exact trace minerals necessary to bind collagen fibers together. Chief among these essential minerals is copper, zinc, and silica. This brings us to a delicious and deeply comforting dietary staple: pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and rich, dark leafy greens like kale and spinach. Dark leafy greens are real powerhouses for anyone wanting to maintain a clear mind, steady blood pressure, and flexible limbs. Greens are rich in natural dietary nitrates. When you eat a bowl of fresh spinach or sautéed kale, your body converts those nitrates into a wonderful gas called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide signals the smooth muscles surrounding your blood vessels to relax and gently dilate. Imagine driving your car on a narrow, congested single-lane road versus moving onto a wide, smoothly paved 3-lane highway. Nitric oxide widens the highway of your blood vessels. When your vessels relax and expand, blood pressure normalizes, pressure on delicate leg veins decreases, and pooling fluid is naturally drawn back into circulation to be safely cleared by your kidneys. When you combine the nitric oxide benefits of leafy greens with the collagen-synthesizing copper and zinc found in a handful of raw pumpkin seeds, you create a powerful synergy. The zinc acts as an essential catalyst, activating the enzymes responsible for repairing damaged structural proteins in your skin, joints, and vascular walls. It is an effortless, inexpensive daily habit. Sprinkle a spoon of pumpkin seeds over your morning oatmeal or fold a generous handful of spinach into your evening soup, and you are actively feeding your body the exact tools it needs to rebuild itself while you rest. There is another incredible, often overlooked food that plays a dual role in strengthening your veins and supporting healthy fluid balance: authentic, slow-cooked gelatin. Plain, unflavored gelatin is essentially pure, concentrated collagen that has been gently extracted and dried. When mixed into warm herbal teas, added to home-cooked stews, or prepared as a refreshing homemade fruit dessert, high-quality gelatin delivers a rich dose of amino acids directly to your digestive tract. What makes gelatin particularly special for individuals over 60 is how easy it is on the stomach. As we mature, our stomach acid naturally declines, making it a bit harder to digest heavy, dense meats. Gelatin provides all the structural protein benefits of meat without taxing your digestive system, ensuring that your body actually absorbs every bit of the vascular rebuilding nutrition you ingest. As we move through these vital daily choices, it is important to see how they fit together in your everyday life. Imagine waking up in the morning without that heavy, stiff tightness in your feet. You step out of bed, and your ankles feel light, flexible, and ready to move. You walk out to your patio, enjoy the morning sun, and feel a warm, steady flow of energy all the way to your fingers and toes. You are ready to tackle the garden, take a long walk through the park, or chase your grandchildren around the backyard without constantly looking for the nearest chair to rest your aching legs. This level of freedom is not reserved only for the young, it is your natural right at 60, 70, 80, and beyond, provided you give your body the tender care and raw materials it requires. However, even the most collagen-rich diet needs the right daily habits to unleash its full potential. Nutrition provides the building blocks, but movement acts as the pump that drives those building blocks directly into your tissues. You do not need to run marathons or engage in exhausting, high-impact gym workouts to keep your fluid moving. In fact, simple, gentle actions performed consistently throughout the day work far better for long-term vascular health. Consider the simple calf raise exercise, which you can do right in your kitchen while waiting for your morning coffee to brew. Stand near your kitchen counter for balance, gently lift up onto your tiptoes, hold for a brief second, and lower your heels back to the floor. Repeat this 10 or 15 times. Gerontologists often refer to the muscles in your calves as your second heart. Every time your calf muscles contract, they squeeze the deep veins in your legs, physically pumping pooled blood and fluid back up toward your torso. When you pair this simple movement with a diet rich in collagen and vitamin C, you are giving your calf muscles strong, elastic vessels to pump through, dramatically accelerating your results and keeping swelling at bay. Another powerful practice to combine with your collagen nutrition is keeping your body properly hydrated with pure water throughout the day. It sounds counterintuitive to many people: if your ankles are holding onto extra fluid, shouldn't you drink less water? The answer is actually the exact opposite. When your body senses that you are mildly dehydrated, it enters a protective conservation mode. It hangs onto every drop of water it can find, storing it in the tissues of your legs, ankles, and hands. By drinking fresh water steadily throughout the day, you send a clear signal to your kidneys that supplies are plentiful. Your kidneys will then happily flush out stored excess sodium and trapped fluid, clearing away the swelling while allowing fresh, nutrient-rich blood to circulate freely. Now, as promised, let us discuss what might be the single most effective, non-obvious piece of advice for maximizing collagen absorption and restoring vessel elasticity, a secret technique that costs nothing and fits seamlessly into your evening routine. While eating collagen-rich foods like bone broth, fish, and gelatin is essential, the absolute peak moment for your body to process these amino acids and repair your blood vessels is during the deep stages of nighttime sleep. During deep sleep, your body releases its highest natural levels of growth and repair hormones. To direct those repair processes straight to your swollen lower legs, take 5 minutes right before you climb into bed to elevate your legs slightly above the level of your heart. You can simply prop your feet up on a couple of cozy pillows while lying in bed, or rest your lower legs against a comfortable cushion on the couch while reading a book. When you elevate your legs, gravity naturally drains the pooled fluid out of your lower limbs and returns it to your central circulation. This temporarily relieves all pressure from the delicate collagen mesh inside your leg veins. When you couple this physical relief with the collagen amino acids circulating in your bloodstream from your healthy dinner, your body can spend the entire night effortlessly repairing, tightening, and rebuilding those vessel walls without fighting constant gravitational pressure. You will wake up in the morning with legs that feel noticeably lighter, ankles that look slimmer, and a renewed sense of physical energy ready to take on the day. Taking control of your health over 60 does not mean surrendering to complicated medical regimens or giving up the activities you love. It is about making smart, gentle, and deeply nourishing choices every single day. By inviting bone broth, vitamin-packed fruits, fatty fish, leafy greens, and pure gelatin into your kitchen, you are actively choosing movement over stiffness, clarity over fatigue, and lasting independence over limitation. Your body has carried you through decades of rich life experiences, and with just a little intention and the right structural nutrition, it will carry you smoothly through many more joyful years ahead. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe, and stay with us. There are still many inspiring stories and useful ideas ahead.